Cheers, everybody. Welcome back to another beer review. And we've got a beer here kindly sent to me from Paul and Michelle at Rate My Beer. I'll put the link to his channel in the channel title. Fantastic channel. And he, this is the second of three he sent me. The first one was his Agadoo beer, which he was involved with in conjunction with Real Craft Beer and Hackney Church Brewery, and we're going back to Hackney Church Brew Company, and we've got a West Coast IPA from them, and it is a can of their Superfly. Cracking looking label, that. Do like that. I shall read to you what it says. It's clocking at 6% ABV. It says a modern West Coast IPA, easy but assertive bitterness, provides the perfect resting place for layers of pine and tropical fruit to conjure dreams of the California sunset. Obviously, Hackney Church Brew Company are based in Hackney. It wouldn't be anywhere else, would it? It wouldn't be Brixton or anywhere. It says a beer for all sorts, and it says enjoy responsibly. So they've got lots of medals and accreditations, if you want to call it that, on the side there. So I'm not too sure on the hops are in this. Is any information about the hops? Just saying, what they usually say. Some of these breweries about cereal it's got gluten in this, so you're pretty much knackered if you're gluten free. So there you go. I'm waffling on. Let's crack it open. And see what we get. I do like a good West Coast. One of my favourite styles. Let's get a whiff. All straight away. Big tropical chunks coming for me out of the can. Hints of pineapple. Definitely there. Mango. It's all that big tropical hit there. Apologies for the state of that glass, but just the way I am. So let's see if it's going to come out that marmalade-y, West Coasty, traditional West Coast colour. It is, and it does look slightly darker for West Coast if I'm being picky. It's not it's unfiltered, this, isn't it? I swear it said somewhere on this. It says it's unfiltered. Yeah, it's unfiltered. So interesting. So it's an interesting take on it. So as you can see, very dark, amber, cloudy, medium flow of carbonation up to quite a solid looking head. Let's get a whiff. Again, them lovely, sweet pineapple chunks for me coming out of there. Yeah, it smells really, really fresh, actually. It's got a nice fresh feel to it. I'm going to go in. Cheers, Paul. Cheers, mate. It talks about assertive bitterness on the can. That word, assertive. That bitterness makes itself known straight away. As you go in, the bitterness is there, slapping your chops straight away. It doesn't hang about. It's making its mark. You know what I mean? Straight away. Mouthfeel. Relatively soft mouthfeel. Lovely mouthfeel to this. So as you go in, you get underneath that bitterness. It's made its mark. It's there. You get greeted with a hint of tropical notes. And for me, it's like a sandwich. It's like a bitterness sandwich because you're getting the bitterness on the front end. You're getting hints of tropical notes in the middle. Then the pine bitterness just comes in again and whacks you around the chops on the back end, then it's slightly dry. It's really, really good. Again, again. It does feel like a 6% beer. It does feel there's some substantial weight to it. You can feel it in the density of it, but overall, it's tasty, cracking stuff. It is. For me, that mouthfeel is the winner. It really is. It's really, really soft, and it carries that beer through perfectly for me. Um, like I say, that bitterness does like to make itself known. Definitely, and of course, a West Coast IPA wouldn't be a West Coast IPA without bitterness. You know, it's part of the inherent style of that beer. Not to have that bitterness is not a West Coast IPA. So, um, do I think this beer is faithful to the style? Yes, it is, but I feel there's a little twist there. It feels like they've put a little twist on it as well. It there is a slight twist. I can't put my finger on it. It could be the mouthfeel. There's a slight twist of their brewery on that style of beer for me. It is, you know, very faithful, but it's a cracking beer. Cracking beer. Going again. The spine of that beer is that bitterness, and it works a treat. It really does. Boys and girls, please subscribe to Paul and Michelle. Rate my beer. It'll be in the title of this video. Thank you again, Paul, for sending me this. It's well appreciated, mate. It really is. Superfly West Coast IPA from Hackney Church. Thumbs up for me. That is a cracking, cracking beer. Another cracking beer from them. Very intrigued by this brewery now, so highly recommend that. And I shall see you again on another one. Take it easy. Bib bib. Kiss it.